Today we are here for session 2 of our 2010 Designers Forum Business Matters series, as we bring together today's leading design authorities and opinion leaders to share critical situations, strategies, and solutions, focusing on the interplay between good business and good design. Welcome to Designers Forum. My name is Jeff Sampson. I'm Vice President of Marketing for the Design Center. We are really excited here to have Lux Interiors and Design and Editor-in-Chief Pam Giaccarino present today's program, along with our extraordinary and diverse panel of experts as they speak to the topic of color from their unique art, design, and fashion perspectives. As we began preparing the content for today's presentation, one theme seemed constant and universally agreed upon from our group conversations: that our goal today should not be to sit before you as the oracles of color trend, divulging insider secrets that mysteriously dictate the direction of tomorrow's hottest new hue. Instead, our intention is to look at color in all its nuanced shades and tones, not just what new color stories we can share, but more about why certain colors are influencing design, where these influences are originating, whether they be regionally, nationally, or internationally, and how the economy, technology, environment, and lifestyle influence and are influenced by color, and most definitely the role fashion, art, and architecture play in shaping the color wheel. Today, Pamela Giaccarino is here. She is Editor-in-Chief of Lux Interiors and Design, which she helped launch in 2005. She has overseen the growth of the publication from 1 market to 13, and recently spearheaded a redesign of the magazine, shifting to coverage to include both regional and national design content. And it is now my pleasure to welcome Pam and the panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, and welcome everyone. You know, when it comes to color, everyone has a definite opinion and oftentimes a visceral response. I think color can excite us, it can depress us, and it also can soothe us. And you know, decrees from the fashion and interior design world have an enormous impact. When an editor declares, "Gray is the new black," "beige is out," or "emerald green will be all over the runways this fall," it definitely has a subliminal effect on all of us. Certainly the fashion world is influential when it comes to setting color trends, but economic, cultural, and social issues also factor into the equation. And I think when it comes to interior design, color often sets the tone for a space, and oftentimes it's the starting point of the design process, which can be really exciting. Selecting color for the walls of your home or choosing the right shade of for a sofa can be really fun, but for others it can really be kind of this paralyzing, nail-biting experience, because I think when it comes to interior design, you're living with these choices for a long time. And I also think it reveals a lot about who you are as a person when someone comes into your home and sees what kind of colors you've chosen, whereas with fashion you can be, you know, lavender one day and brown the next. Today we'll explore the creative, psychological, and practical aspects of color and take a look at what drives color trends. Our panel today spans the world of interior design, art, and fashion, and I'm excited to hear their perspectives, and welcome and thank you panelists for being here today. First, we have interior designer Michael Berman. Michael has completed interior projects from New York to Los Angeles for a client list comprised of the business and entertainment world's elite. He has also lent his creative vision to a burgeoning line of products, including his fabulous furniture line, Michael Berman Limited Furniture, an American modern plumbing line for Roll, a rug and textile collection for Kravit, and his Studio Moderne tile collection for Walker Zanger. Next, we have art consultant Mary Norris of Mary Norris Contemporary Art, an honorary member of AIA Los Angeles. Mary provides art consulting and curatorial services to developers, corporations, public institutions, and private collectors, including the award-winning LAPD headquarters, the Andaz West Hollywood Hyatt Hotel, and the Los Angeles International Airport. A founding trustee of the Pasadena Museum of California Art, Mary also serves as a longtime board member of both the Southern California Institute of Architecture and the LA chapter of AIA. Next, we have fashion designer and fabulous red carpet fashion expert, Nick Verios. Nick received international attention after appearing on Project Runway and has since enjoyed success as a red carpet fashion expert on E!, TV Guide Network, and more. Under his label Nicolaki, am I pronouncing that correctly? Nick and his partner David Paul have designed gowns worn by Heidi Klum, Kathy Griffin, and Eva Longoria. And so, Nick, I just wanted to start with you because I think that fashion trends kind of set the tone so much for color.
Yeah, I would say it starts from the top, from designers that are really the dictators of the tastemakers, such as John Galliano, you know, Jean-Paul Gaultier, Oscar de la Renta possibly, you know, a lot of the top-notch elite designers usually in Paris. We're also thinking Frida Giannini and Gucci, a lot of these it's a handful. And also Anna Wintour of Vogue has a lot to do with it. And you cannot dismiss that if she says that it should be about royal blue, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be about royal blue.
You're also not going to get in, she has that power, and you're not going to get into the magazine, which gets thrown to the masses and influences our eye and what we see every day.
So it does, and where they get their, you know, thoughts of, I'm going to do canary yellow, I'm going to do burnt orange, that's a little more organic. You know, and it is where they might travel to Bali, they might do this, they might go to a sculpture garden and get influenced that way. But then it gets trickled down. And so then when you're talking about what you do see in the stores, such as H&M or Forever 21 or Zara, that's been influenced by them and also by trend reports. Jean-Paul Gaultier ain't looking at trend reports.
It is true. It's a few power brokers when it comes to fashion, and it trickles down. And Michael, I want to turn to get the interior design perspective on this and describe how important color is to interior design and whether these trends in fashion influence you. How different is it from fashion?
It's similar and different, really, because for me, I think color trends in interior design world are not, they're definitely an influence in what we do. Interior design doesn't go, at least good interior design, doesn't really go in and out of style every season. You don't change your sofa or change the club chairs or change the area rug like you would do, you know, like you would buy a new suit or buy a new dress every season. So interestingly, I think in terms of inspiration, we're probably getting it in the same places. We're looking at fashion magazines, and we're looking at shelter magazines, and we're looking online now at online magazines and seeing the stories that editors are putting together. And it's interesting because we have this discussion in the office all the time, and that is, where do your decorating dollars really go the furthest? When you're shopping for something, you know, you're attracted to that gorgeous coral-colored leather sofa or that chartreuse-covered, you know, club chair, things like that. And you go, oh my God, I love that piece, and you're immediately drawn to it in a showroom or in a store. And then you say, does it come in beige?
You know, Michael, it's so funny on that note, we have a little sort of law where we put the fuchsia in the window, but they buy the black.
Of course. But in terms of, are there any like colorists in the interior design world? You know, a Los Angeles designer, Kelly Wearstler, comes to mind because she is, you know, really kind of re-established and sort of become the owner of Hollywood Regency style. When everything in the 90s and even in the early 2000s were sort of, you know, watery, celadon-y, beigey, creamy, you know, neutrals, oh my God, everything is hued down to the grayest gray you could possibly imagine. Kelly Wearstler comes in and she's doing, you know, like emerald green.
She shakes it up, and
a
riot of colors.
Yeah, and that has definitely, I think, influenced interior designers to a degree as well.
Okay.